in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's get it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, yeah, come on, let's do it. Nothing better than kicking it with Auntie Leah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Auntie Leah is in the house. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are kicking it with Auntie Leah. Yeah, let's get it, let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So Auntie Leah can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to Kicking It with Auntie Leah.
No time.
Y'all know how we do it.
Time.
We waiting on the family to get in here.
So what are we
Everybody,
really looking
please
This is for Kendrick
drop Truth
Johnson.
Gang in the comments. Come on, let's
at?
do
Let
it.
the evidence speak.
Let the evidence speak.
Roll the footage, run it back, slow it down, don't cut that. No time,
Waiting on
no
young man to get in the house.
Trust where it's at.
Always full, but they say class in session.
Something ain't right. We applying pressure.
Roll the
Everybody
footage,
share the
show
live.
man.
Who is that?
Blurred faces, missing clips.
Explain that.
Explain that.
Hide it, come to the light.
Justice coming. Yeah, we ready to fight.
Hey, pause, right there,
Salute.
rewind that frame. Same hoe tripping, but the story changed. They stamped the time, but can't verify it. If it's real evidence, why they won't certify it? 109, that's what they claim, but the flow
Come on,
of
y'all,
movement don't
Truth
match
Gang
that
in the
lane.
comments.
Block active, bills ain't ring, so why the hallway moving like a midday swing? Look at the body language through the drifting. Grooves too loose, no teacher restrictions. Some going in, some doubling back. Get instruction time, it's a timeline crack. Now zoom that corner, who just passed? Why that face look good so
Salute.
fast? Ain't no coincidence, that's compression to edit. Either way, something off in the way they present it.
If the truth was simple, it wouldn't feel like
Truth Gang in the
this. Too many
comments.
gaps in the story.
Y'all know how we do it.
Every second matter, every
You know
frame
Jay fixing to
count.
play.
Why we missing pieces in a case is great.
Roll the footage,
Run it back, slow it down, don't cut that. No time, no
Come on,
date.
y'all.
We trust where it's at. Hallway
Salute.
full, but
Salute
they say
everybody.
class is
And
session.
justice for Kendrick
Something
Johnson.
ain't right, we applying pressure. Let's talk patterns, not emotion. Watch the flow, watch the motion. Same kids looping
Come
through the
on.
same space, but the sequence.
Everybody share the live, hit the like
If it's
button,
continuous,
please.
why I feel segmented? Why the movement looks slightly prevented? Like frames missing in between transitions. That's not natural, that's system condition. Now she focused, cafeteria side. Students stood up, all eyes outside. What they see that made them react? Was it lights, was it sirens, or something like that? If that's the same day,
Salute,
it's a major
Gabrielle.
coup. Because reactions don't lie like statements do. People respond before they can
Karen
think. So what
Latham.
caused that moment? Causing me think.
you can blur a face, but the truth still breathes.
You can cut a clip, but the past won't leave.
That's
Every
right.
hidden second, every silent frame.
Still calling now.
Everybody share the live.
Let's go through the doorways and pass. Who entered the gym? Who double back fast? Original claims that nobody follow, but the footage got movement that's hard.
We just
to
waiting
swallow.
on the
Ain't no
family to
limit,
get here.
camera don't stretch. Blind spots heavy, that's a major catch. So what happened then? What we don't see? That's the part they don't want you to piece. Now think timeline, got your sight. If the day wrong, the whole case light. January 10th or the 11th date, they have one detail decide the whole debate. If it's the 10, what activity spike? If it's the 11, response look like too many questions, not enough proof. So we standing on facts, demanding the truth. No confirmed
All right, let's get it.
timestamps.
No
Let's
full
get it. Let's get
continuous
it.
footage.
No complete transparency.
Welcome,
So
welcome,
what are we
welcome,
supposed to
welcome,
believe?
welcome, welcome back to the Truth Gang. I'm so glad to have y'all back here with us tonight. As always, we are here to talk about the truth, nothing but the truth, and let it be. After this live, we're going to cut this one a little short. We're going to head over to Kicked because I have been promising you guys to go through the photos that we are not allowed to show on regular platforms. So don't leave, but we will cut this live off. We'll start another one and we'll be on Just Kick alone. We got J9 in the building, baby. What's up, nephew? You got anything to say to the gang before I do roll call?
Gang, what's happening?
Gang. What about Kai TV, our
What's
guest
good,
host?
everybody? What's good? What's good?
What's good? So let's do roll call. Tessica is in the building. Kelsey Byers in the building. Angela Nelson, Old Faithful Angela's in the building. Terry Henderson is in the building. Jen Farrell, welcome baby, in the building. We also have, is it Bawanaha? Gus, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And thank you for complimenting the beat on my AI song that I wrote. Yeah. Okay. And thank you so much for being here, Karen Lathan. And we also have, let me see. I don't want to mess up your name. Is it Liani? I like your name. Gabrielle. Let me see. And Lola, Justice for Kendrick Johnson. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Tonight, we want to talk about, of course, Kendrick Johnson. Somebody's TV's in the background. I'm gonna mute it real quick. We're gonna talk about. Okay. We're gonna talk about Kendrick Johnson. We're gonna start out with some of the footage that was released last night and this morning. And then we want to go to reading some of the deposition as well, so we can get through those, because there's several depositions that we want to get through, right? And then after that, if you guys still have some strength, well, head over to Kick, solely Kick. And I want to show you guys that, because it's still a rumor out there of organ harvesting, or things of that nature, and then them removing Kendrick's organs at the scene. But I want to show you guys the autopsy photos, the ones that I can show, right? I don't want to be disrespectful, and show that when he was, get on the autopsy table, he had no cuts. He had no cuts on his body. And then there was some other photos with the autopsy photos that you'll see where they did cut him, and you'll see that his organs are inside of his body. So the organ harvesting thing, I mean, I've been trying to fight it for months, and I know the Johnsons have also put it out there as well, that they destroyed Kendrick's organs solely for two reasons: to hide time of death and cause of death. His organs were already deceased, and when your organs are deceased, they cannot be brought back to life. I know that you guys have seen those videos where the hospital has called the patients the last walk. You ever heard of that, J9?
You say what happened?
It's called the last walk, where they're rolling the patients down the hallway and their families.
Yeah.
As you can see, they are prepping that patient to become a donor. So that patient, they still have alive on the machines. So they're rolling. Right. So he had been dead for days, so his organs were not sold or anything like that. And this is me just being honest. Yes, I can go with a narrative. Yes, I can throw any BS out there and just gain clicks and views and be like, rah, rah, rah. But I don't want to do that, because that has gotten them nowhere, right? Am I right? Nephew? Am I right, Kai? It's gotten Johnson's nowhere in this investigation when you're just throwing out BS. I mean, I saw something today that said that they had Kendrick in a blue barrel, and they hid him there, and then they was dragging him in a barrel, and I'm like, where do you see that? I mean, yeah, that's some good clickbait. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get some clicks and views, and you're gonna get a lot of comments, because you got a lot of people that want to believe stuff like that. But
it's misdirecting everything when you put shit out there like that that's not actually factually true.
I would agree. It's not helping his family at all doing that. Yeah, you're gonna get clicks and views, and you're gonna get people in the comments talking about, I see it, and I'm gonna post it because they'll send it to me first, and I won't post it because I'm not posting anything like that. I'm not getting ready to post a blurry photo and say they're dragging Kendrick. There's his yellow folder. There's the blue barrel. Blah blah blah. And I'm just looking at blah. I'm just looking at nothing. There's nothing there. I cannot make it out. If it cannot hold up in court, then guess what? The Truth Gang is not gonna post it. Now, we're not perfect. Don't get me wrong. Don't leave here thinking that Auntie Leah said and the Truth Gang said that we're perfect and we know everything. We don't. And that's why I'm posting the footage so we can talk about it, right? Jay, you got anything to say before while I pull up? And why are you not on camera, sir?
I'm definitely about to come on camera.
I need you on camera because everybody want to know what you eating. Don't be behind with the camera off eating.
No, it's getting cooked right now.
What you cooking? Well, I forgot. I'm trying to pull up a video. What you cooking, nephew?
My dad cooking this time.
What your dad cook?
It's called like sweet and sour. Like this rice mixed with a bunch of vegetables, but that junk is good.
Okay.
You eating like a stir fry?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up.
That junk is good.
Some sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah. That junk's so good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to say anything?
Everybody want to see the great.
Mom,
See the great.
Do I want to say anything?
Mm-hmm.
I just got a message for the people. That's all.
But the ones that be on here being two-faced then, thinking because they go back over there and tell this and tell that, I said what I said, honey. That's why I come on live. I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't scared of them over there.
Oh my goodness.
I got them bitches mad again.
So, you know, Cat TV starts off with the BS all the time. You are always start. I'm trying to find a video when you starting off with BS.
Yeah, I got them bitches mad again.
Oh my God.
But it's always about Kendrick Johnson. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I just cannot. I cannot. You are so silly with that one. All right. So I am trying to find the video where not Kendrick, but it was a video that I posted. It was dark in the gym, and then it looked like somebody was standing there. Do you guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That is what I'm trying to find. Let me see. Where is it? I know for a fact that I posted that video. I know I did. Okay, so it's unlisted. I apologize, guys. I should have had it, but it's so many. Okay, let's see. I think this is it. It was so strange. It's like I can't say for a fact what this is or who, if it is actually a person, but it is something or someone standing in this gym. And all black, maybe it's not a person. Please do not leave here saying that I said as a fact that it is a person, because I cannot say anything as a fact. But guys, let's take a look at this.
The Kendrick Johnson case CCTV footage in the old gym at Lowndes High School.
You guys see that image up to the top left right corner, like in the middle? You guys see that? It's like something is just standing there or sitting there, but I can't tell what it is.
It could also possibly be like a garbage bin.
That's what I thought too. That's why I said, is it a trash can? I'm not sure. What do you all think? Let me rewind it. What do you all think that is? But what is in there? And you also have to think that these are motion detected, detective cameras. You guys know what I'm trying to say. No. What is making the camera go off, right? What movement? And then the color, it's black and white. So I'm kind of confused. I really wish we had some camera professionals and image professionals in the truth gang. I'm just trying to figure out if that's a person or if that's an item. I can't say one way or the other.
Typically, I dibble and dabble as a photographer and videographer. Typically, when cameras are black and white, it would be indicative of a night view. It'll either be black and white or it'd be like a green. But with modern day technology, we have cameras that could see at night in color.
Okay.
So I don't know what particular reason why it was black and white at first and then changed over to color, but that would be my guess, that because it was dark and then it came light. But like you said, why is the camera recording? And when the footage that you just showed, ain't no movement going on.
There's no movement, but we see this either an object or we see a person, something we cannot, confirm as a fact. I'm gonna say that again. Do not leave this live saying Auntie Leah said, or J9 said, or Kai TV said that was a person. That's a trash can. Ha 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 ha. That is not what we're saying. We're asking your opinion because that's what we do. What do you guys think? Hey, May, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see. Dr. Felicia Sim says, I'm wondering about this blue barrel. Where is that coming from? All of these AI generated photos. This is why people are making a mockery of this. Well, that blue barrel.
Say, or can I? You go ahead and tell me.
No, you say. You say. Well, I go find the video that you posted for me, that you found for me.
All right, y'all. So the blue barrel comes from a video that Auntie posted of a side view of the cafeteria a week ago. And the food lady wanted to make it just like this, just a revelation that, oh, this is how they transported Kendra's body from the school into the gym, or however she's trying to make it be. And then Auntie also, when you pull up your footage, she has now went back and edited that post and put up a AI version of the clearer view of the picture instead of the original picture that she had stole from the screenshot of your video.
Okay. And this is the video that you put inside the chat, right? My chat. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. Do you know what the timestamp is?
Times?
We can find it. It's no big deal. But yeah, a lot of people, first of all, it was a person that sent that to me. And of course, I'm like, I don't see none of that, what you see. So I'm not posting it. That is the post that I put on my page. I was like, I don't see that. I mean, I can't make out what it is in this photo, right? So I didn't post it. So it looks like that she then sent it to the food lady who just ran with it. You know what I'm saying?
Shirley Murdoch, what she looked like.
Okay, God, look, listen. Do I got to get on you and Jay? Jay, young nine.
I ain't did nothing.
You ain't did nothing yet, but let me just get my, disciplinary action in prior to. Y'all stop it.
You want the timestamp from your post?
For my video.
On your Facebook page?
Right. You sent me the video in the chat. And I want to get right to it. Is this it right here? Oh, there it is.
That's it.
Now, see, you guys see the truck? That's where it come from. You see that I'm posting the footage, right? I'm not posting screenshots and washing out watermarks. Whatever happened, they cut a square, because you can still see my watermark in the bottom left corner. So of that photo that was posted. So they cut the truck out of this video and claim that they have the footage, but they won't post the footage.
They won't post the footage.
Right. And they came up with that outrageous claim. So that's where that came from. Yes, people are making a mockery of this. I just flat out refuse to be a part of it. And then if I make a mistake, actually, no, I don't even have to make a mistake. I can say, oh, I didn't say that for a fact. It looks like this, it looks like that, but I can't say it for it. I can say that and they still will lie on me.
Let me see.
They still will lie and say that I said it. But guys, this is where that's coming from. Now, I mean, I don't know who in their right mind would be transporting Kendrick in a blue barrel in the truck in broad daylight while parents are driving up. You'll see students start to come into the frame, and students are walking back and forth. It's just,
Diabolical. This is at the very front of the school, y'all. Like, how dumb can you be to be doing some shit like this?
Right. So let me, and this is just a clip of the video that was posted. I mean, come on. So you want the world to believe that they have Kendrick in this borough in the back of this pickup truck, right in front of the school, during school. We don't know if this is the day he was found. We don't know if this footage is the day before because there's no timestamps. It actually hurts my feelings when this stuff happens because we're fighting so hard to get the truth out, get the footage out, and then you got people stealing the footage, and then, which I don't really care. Look, you can ask for it, and if I'm able to send it, I'll send it, but if I can't, I can't. In this particular footage, I can't. It won't allow me to transfer. There's some type of security mechanism that they've implemented on it, but anyway, that's where that came from. That's where that came from. That right there. Anything else? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, let me get this off the screen. How'd that get up there? Anyway, yes, Dr. Felicia. Wow.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Hey, Faithful Theo.
And anytime you go over there and ask the food lady, can you post the footage of where you got the footage from? She deletes your comment and she blocks you. So ask yourself why she's doing that.
Well, here's the raw truth. From the beginning, I was the one that started, the Kendrick Johnson, the new, the reeling of the evidence, blah, blah, blah. This is evidence that the Johnsons have always been saying for 13 years, right? I will not try to take the credit from them, and I'm not trying to take the credit from anybody. And I also, let me just clear another thing up. I have never wanted to be the face of Kendrick Johnson's investigation. I've never said it, and I would never say. So there's another lie out there about me. I've never wanted to. All I wanted to do is help. All I've ever wanted to do is help. I saw a grieving family. I saw Mrs. Johnson. My heart melted because I've experienced loss. My 2 daughters, and that was made a mockery of. You know what I'm saying? So I felt the pain that she was in, and I just wanted to help. Never wanted to be the face of anything. So let me see. Karen wants to know, can someone tell me how to find her on Kick? I just downloaded it. Let me.
I was trying to put it in the chat, but
yeah, let me go to Facebook because you're on Facebook. You're not on YouTube, so you won't be able to find it. Am I showing live on Facebook?
yes.
I can't see it. I can't see that I'm live. And because I can't see that I'm live, I
You're
can't.
live.
But I know, but it's not. Oh, there we are. All right, there we are. So I'm going to put it in the chat, guys. Please make sure that you.
Okay, I got this. I got it. Okay.
All right. So I put the link on Facebook, and I'm going to drop the link to the Kick and YouTube if you are on YouTube as well. Hey, Eda May, eat the beefcake, Eda May in the building. And hello, Shar. Who?
Hey, Auntie.
Huh?
It's what I'm about to do, right? I'm about to exit it out of my phone because I think I got it going on my laptop.
Yep, and just hit the link.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I had to this laptop ain't compatible for the Messenger, so I had to go on the Chrome and go into it like that. And I went ahead and went to my Messenger on that and clicked the link, and it brought the StreamYard back up. So I'm about to exit off my phone and come back on it on my laptop.
Okay, nephew, we got you covered. Just come on
All
back. All right. Gabriella says you was made out to be the AI lady, and then you're getting copied. It's crazy. I wonder if she gonna start calling Erica the AI lady as well. No.
Exactly.
No. It's just me.
Maybe she don't went crazy with the AI over there.
It's just me.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, we hear you.
We hear you and see you, nephew.
Oh,
Okay, look at you. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some applause in it. If I can find it, y'all. Y'all know Auntie Slow. This slow is molasses, but there you are.
I like this. I like this setup.
Yeah, you like it better, don't you? And we're gonna get on live privately, with the Truth Gang, and this is what we're gonna have our private conversation, because we can do that, right? We can make a private StreamYard. Yeah. So yes. So let's get back to that video that we were talking about. So do you guys think that was an object, or do you guys think that was an actual person? Let me know what you think. You can watch it one more time.
You don't look like you AI no more. You like a real person.
I ain't never looked AI, but I am the ugly AI lady. I'm the ugly AI lady that wants to be Kendrick Johnson's mother. What? And what's crazy is people just run with this stuff, and they repeat it, and they argue with me, and they attack me, and I'll just be like, come on, just block it out, because I got to keep going. We got a new case that we're ready to start working on. His name is Freddie McKee. We got other cases, but the Truth Gang, our heart really is with Kendrick Johnson's case. And let's just be honest. And truth be told, even though, we throw our jabs back because we are made to be out villains, and we have little funny things going on, like Kai has the sound bite that says, I got the bitches mad again, all that.
Bitches mad again.
Right. That's just to lighten up the burden, right? To make us laugh. Because a lot of the things that we're going through, we could quit, we can throw our hands up, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so let's get back to this footage, because I know that we need to get to Kick, and we want to read some of the deposition as well.
Yes, we do.
So we got a full itinerary tonight. So be patient with us. Share the live, guys. Ask your questions. Drop them in the comments. If you want to come up, if you are a member of the Truth Gang, you know what I'm saying, and I recognize your name, you are more than welcome to come up. But yeah, you're not coming up if we've never seen you before, okay? One more time, let's watch this.
You can blow this thing.
Kendrick Johnson case CCTV footage in the old gym at Lowndes High School.
And then it turned to color.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's very weird. So again, it could be the trash can. It could be a person. I cannot confirm or deny.
Rewind it back one more time.
Okay.
The Kendrick Johnson case CCTV footage.
I do have
in the
another
old
angle.
gym at
Okay, so
Lowndes High School.
hear me out.
Okay.
In my old high school gym, the lights that were used in the ceiling, I can't make out what's the exact name of them, but think of it as like the old street lights. You know how it took them a minute to turn on and get bright?
Yes.
That's
Gotcha.
what those lights look like. So that would make my theory kind of line up with, it was black and white because it was dark in the gym, but then as the lights were coming on, that's what made it turn to color.
Gotcha.
Because I was just looking at the floor and trying to see if the lights were on at the beginning of the clip, which they were, but they weren't as bright. So that's what I'm thinking those kind of lights in that ceiling in that gym are.
So you think it's somebody like whoever opens the school came in, turned on the lights, and the lights are delayed. I think are they kind of like LED bulbs or something like, I can't remember, but I know the long ones, the real long ones. Is that what the type of lights you're talking about? No, but those look round.
Those are round. Those are round.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know what type of lights that they are, but I do get what you're saying.
They're round and they look like a cage that's surrounding the actual bulb. I have to show you a picture when we get off live.
I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the name of them.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of them. I don't know if they're fluorescent lights, something like that.
Right. I just don't know the name of them. All right. Do we have any questions? I'm going to go to...
said the lights changing will also trigger the camera, so that makes good sense. And then I also went back and watched that CNN video, and the guy, the camera video expert, he was saying something about that the cameras were set up to start recording at a certain time of the day and then stop recording, but it was still always based on the motion that it captured.
Gotcha. Understandable. That makes sense. I'm trying to find, it was another video that I posted, and we still see the same object in the video. I can't remember if I posted that. Was it yesterday? I think it's this one right here. Let's try this one. Let me stop sharing the screen and go share the other screen. Thank you guys for your patience. I really appreciate you. Share screen. Is this it? Nope. Let me see. I want to get to the right video, y'all. All right, here it is. Let's start. Let's watch this one. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Is it this one?
The Kendrick Johnson case. Is that someone standing in the dark gym? Or is that the trash can?
You right here, the lights are off.
Right. So looks like over to the right, a door opened, like a hallway door. And maybe whoever that was, flipped the light on. But I still cannot make out what that object is. Let's watch that again. What do you guys think in the comments?
Case. Is that someone standing in the dark gym? Or is that the trash can?
Like, it has to be an object. I would highly doubt that somebody, I'm using critical thinking, that somebody's just standing in a dark gym and when somebody comes in and turns on the light, right? So it has to be an object, like a trash can or something. I don't know. I don't think it's a person because of that. But you never know, because this is a huge cover-up, right? Allegedly. What do we got? Who wants to read the comments real quick before we go to... I want to go to the video. I want to watch the video to where the paramedics get their EMT is called. You got the kids that are playing basketball, escorted out, and then the next thing we see is them rolling a bed through the gym. You got any questions? Hey, Sylvia. I think it is an object at this moment. I agree. You want to read, Jay? Are you still mesmerized by your new StreamYard setup?
I'm about to say he should have no issue reading the deposition tonight. He's looking at a big screen.
Exactly. Come on, Kai. Read for nephew, because nephew ain't paying no attention to us at this moment. Oh, he's muted.
He's muted.
And you
can
press the darn little thing to blow it all the way up.
Yeah. All right. Nephew
Relentless Glam says, I'm going to say it again, ugly where, oh, they saying that you're not ugly, auntie.
Thank you. I appreciate you, but that's what she told the world. That ugly AI. I can't even get it out. Ugly AI lady. Okay, I followed you on Kick Under My Business. All right, thank you so much. We'll be over there soon. We want to get through just one more video because I want to show you that, when the paramedics arrive. Kai, can you read the comments for me? I'm having.
Sure. Kelsey Byer said the lights change will also trigger the camera, so that makes good sense. Correct.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And see, that's why we talk about it, right? I'm not getting ready to take a photo, throw it out there, and say, oh, wow, there's KJ hanging from a tree. They cut him down and put him in a blue barrel, drove him in the truck. All that. I ain't gonna do it. I don't care what nobody say. Hey, Renee Mo, thank you so much for being here. Go ahead, Kai.
Chester Williamson said, no, that's a person and they standing by the line, right?
Okay.
Well, a person can also be considered an object. So we're just gonna say it's an object right now.
Right.
We'll say it's an object.
All right, Tessica. Everybody, let me tell you guys something. You don't always have to agree with me. I'm not always right. We don't always have to agree. That's why we talk about it, right? So there is no wrong or right answer. Now, I'm not ready to get crazy and say what other, people say. But it's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to discuss. Okay. All right. Let's go, guys.
Charlotte Smith said it looks like a person. Okay.
Okay.
Susan Green said it never moved. Correct.
Right.
It was in the same spot in both clips. Angela Nelson, what's up? She said there was a trash can further over, so maybe someone moved it.
Okay.
Okay. Karen Latham said, I would say it was a person, but it never moved, so maybe a container like a trash can. Okay.
Okay.
Hello,
Hey.
Sylvia.
Hey, Kat. Thank you so much for being here, baby. I ain't seen you in a long time. We got a moderator in the building. We got other moderators too, but Kat is an original. Everybody say salute, Kat.
OG. OG, ain't it?
Hey, Eda May, go eat the beet cake, okay? Eda May.
I live rent free in that hotel, y'all. I live rent free in there. I got them bitches mad again.
Lord have mercy.
That's a classic.
Lord.
He said, listen to the deposition made her look like what she called Julia, a hoe.
Ooh. And I oh my goodness. Y'all cutting up in the comments. Hey, thank you so much for being here, Kara.
Sylvia don't care.
And yes, please consider donating to the channel. Please, thank you so much. Not required though. I ain't begging. All right, but it's necessary to keep up the tools that you have to pay for on a monthly basis. All right, so I wanted to show, before we go to the depositions, I wanted to show the video to where when the EMTs arrived. That was very interesting. Retania, she's not here right now, I don't think, but she pointed out something very interesting, and I want to see it. Let me see. Which one is it? I posted that today, or was it last night?
That was like late last night, early this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. I think that this is it, but it's maybe one right before it.
Yeah, it's one right before where we see them playing basketball, and then all of a sudden it looked like everybody got told to move on one side of the gym.
Okay, hopefully it's this one. So let's look at this one.
Cat funny.
Oh, I'm not even sharing it. Hold on. Sorry. You ain't missed nothing but kids playing basketball though. So you got kids playing basketball. Let's see if I can speed it up a little bit.
What's going on, Stephanie?
I hope that this is the right video.
I say it don't look like the right one. Let me see.
Carol, you ain't missed too much, Carol.
Let me see.
You ain't missed too much.
You don't think so? You still don't think this is the right one? You got kids coming in.
The one that like shows like right before the EMTs came in, it was a whole bunch of kids sitting on them bleachers.
Okay. I'll go to a different one. But I'm just trying to make sure that this is not it. Just give me a moment. Nope. Okay. All right. Let me go. It's a different one.
They got one girl out there playing basketball. Y'all see that?
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe it is. Which one do I have up? The patterns no one noticed. So it's not the patterns no one noticed. Hold on a second. I hate when stuff. No, it's not this one. This one's right after. I hate when they take my videos out of order, it really like upsets me. Let me see. Nope, it ain't that one. They take my videos out of order and it just really, really messes me up when I upload them to YouTube. Is it this one? The final?
Hey, Auntie.
Yeah.
Why it look like? Okay, you remember the image you had put up and showed that that blur you thought was an item?
Mm-hmm.
If you look right here, that's a person right there standing in that same spot.
Really? Hold on a second.
That's a person.
Okay. Hold on. Go ahead and read comments. Good Jesus. Come on, somebody please help me find this footage.
Hey,
I got
you
it.
seen that?
What you looking at? You talking about the person that had on
on
a red shirt?
In that same little spot where Auntie was asking, was it a person or item? On that video right there, they were playing basketball in that same spot. There was a person standing right there. So
really?
So I'm thinking maybe they stand still that particular person while the video was still going.
I found it, guys. It could have been. I found it, guys. All right, hold on. Let me stop the share on this.
Because EMT arrives, but it was too late.
Yeah, it's this one.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Truth
Angela
Gang.
Nelson
At
for the
first
super chat.
glance, I thought that this was them rolling Kendrick Johnson's body out of the gym. But no, what we are watching is EMT arriving along with other emergency agencies and them rolling an empty stretcher out of the old gym at Lowndes High School because it was too late. We will not stop. And I repeat, we will not stop until we find out what happened to Kendrick Johnson.
You want me to rewind? Okay, so she wants me to rewind. Let's just rewind. And then after this, we'll go to the deposition, guys.
The Kendrick Johnson case. Watch until the end, family, because EMT arrives, but it was too late.
Can we get everybody to hit the like button?
Truth Gang. At first glance, I thought that this was them rolling Kendrick Johnson's body out of the gym. But no, what we are watching is EMT arriving along with other emergency agencies and them rolling an empty stretcher out of the old gym at Lowndes High School because it was too late. We will not stop. And I repeat, we will not stop until we find out what happened to Kendrick Johnson. Truth Gang.
It's a lot of kids over there on them bleachers.
Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, and because the high school that I went to, we didn't have 4,000 kids. We probably had at most 300-400 at a time. So, and from what I understand, it may be different in other states. I'll just speak on the state of Georgia because I have some family members that work in the school system. Each classroom, I think the max, each class that the teacher can legally handle is 30 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And this is more than 30 kids in there. So that has to be more than one teacher in there to have all those kids in that gym. If this is an actual class, which I assume it is.
Right. And what's sad is, okay, why didn't no one smell the decay? Come on, the mat has an open top. I know that
Right.
that gym had a smell in it. And nobody smelled it. Stephanie, this is the footage where EMT arrives. So we're looking at the kids playing basketball. Kendrick's body is in the mat already. We're watching kids playing basketball as normal, and then they are escorted out, and then you will see EMT arrives rushing across the floor with a bed. Well, the narrative reports already stated that they knew that he was deceased. They knew that he was deceased when they pulled down the mat. So it's kind of weird to me that EMT arrived with a bed running across the gym.
33.
The coroner should have been called immediately.
What the time is on the video right now?
It is 3:51.
Let's see. Let me say they went out with the stretcher at 9:33. You want to keep watching it, or you want to forward it to that?
Well, I'm not going to forward it all the way to that 43, but we can speed it up a little. There. So now we're at 5:18.
Okay.
I just want people to see how the day was going. It was just normal.
Like a normal day. Okay.
Yeah. It's kids playing basketball in a gym, and I know that they can smell. Like, have anybody had a dead mouse in their house before? And a little bitty mouse, you can smell it.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Think about a body. I mean, like the mat wasn't concealed. It was a hole at the top. So nobody questioned the smell. And then the people that were sitting over there by the mats, the one that they say that climbed on top of them. Come on. Look down. We're at 7:02. And to see his body. Come on. You didn't smell that?
Right.
So we're getting closer to the time that Retania said EMTs ran across the gym at 9:33. But I want to actually show you where they started to escort the students out. So it must be right about now.
What's the time on the video right there?
7:41.
So you mean to tell me EMT got there and we can't determine like how with the exact time of the video.
Right. They're still playing basketball. Right.
Yeah, they still in there like
exactly. It's weird. So I guess this is the time that they were notified. The children were notified to leave the gym. There's no rush. It don't look like. People still sitting on the bench.
No sense of urgency. They should not even been sent down. They should have been escorted out of the gym.
And that's what's happening right now. They're being escorted out right now. But
and even before they started escorting out, from what we just seen, we ain't seen nobody run out of the gym to go try to get no help or nothing.
Right. Unless they was on the other side, where the camera's real blurry. They could have been over there. I don't know.
Because the other side of where the mat set, that goes to the outside, the back side of the gym to the parking lot. We would have been able to see them because it's 2 doors right here on the right, but they just only using 1 door to come in and out of the gym. We ain't seen nobody run out, go get no nurse, nothing.
Right.
In the same way we got this camera angle looking at this particular instance, this should also be that other camera should have been working. And we should have been able to see somebody running over there, jumping on top of the mats and doing whatever they said they did.
I agree. So there's EMT rushing across the gym.
Mm-mm.
And then they coming back out. They're leaving the gym.
With nobody.
With nobody because it was too late. But whoever called 911, I don't know. Because like I said, the narrative report states that that they knew that Kendrick was deceased when they pulled the mat down because they smelled it.
Avery say it would take about 3 to 7 days for a human to become decomposed enough to produce a smell, depending on the temperature and severity damage to the body.
If they're not refrigerated, it doesn't take that long.
Right. And Terrence Lumpkin said some teachers have radios and cell phones on them at all times. Correct. But it still didn't seem like there was no kind of sense of urgency. Like the natural thing would have been, I know for me, if I seen something like that going on, I would have been running trying to go get some help.
I would agree.
Ain't nothing about this case. It's normal.
Toya, what do you mean stop it? You want me to stop where? You want me to rewind it and stop it? Oh yeah, the videos are altered. You're right. They did hand over altered video footage. Correct. They did not tell the truth about the video. Did you want me to stop it somewhere, Toya? Let me know. Bridget says, good questions, because if they were not getting anything out of the mat, why would they even be climbing up there unless they smelled the body? Correct. Mind you, these are the daughters of the superintendent, Lori and Lena Taylor. They're cheerleaders. All right.
And why that person was just sitting over there in the bleachers.
Right. And then you have people like bystanders sitting on the bleachers and like, I just don't understand. They just really right, Bridget, staged body discovery. I've been saying that for months. Just crazy work. Just crazy work. Just so happens the daughters of the superintendent were the ones that found Kendrick's body. They so happened to climb on top of the mats and said they were tired, decided they wanted to lay down, look down, and they saw socks. And that's how they found Kendrick's body. I don't know. I don't believe that. I believe it was all staged.
Mm-hmm.
All right, drop your questions in the comments. Drop your analysis. Who wants to read the comments?
Charlotte Smith said, I believe that was all staged. Correct. Because somebody still gonna have to explain to me, even though I already know the answer of how them shoes get behind him like that. Why were they off his feet?
Correct.
Let's say if he did take his shoes off and tried to climb on the top of the mat to go inside and get his other shoes,
right,
his shoes would have not been nowhere near him. So somebody had to throw them shoes on top of him.
How in the world the shoes, if he gets stuck, how in the world the shoes get like right at his feet? Like, come on, bro.
Right.
That's easily a kid can tell you how that happened. Somebody had to throw them shoes up on top of the and it landed like that.
I would agree. Any more questions before we move to the reading of the deposition? Go ahead and keep reading, somebody.
Karen Henderson said exactly that's too many students. Correct. I feel like they will have to show me how many teachers were present during that particular time for all them students to be in that gym like that. Because like I said, From my understanding of the people that I know that work in the school system, the max that you can have per classroom setting is 30 students.
Right. I agree.
Cat app form says if you're watching on YouTube, you can become a member directly from the live stream. Just tap the join button. Yes, please hit the join button. Support the channel.
Amen.
Susan Green, did they interview the person who climbed on the mat and found him?
Yes, it was a very vague, very short, very directed, in my opinion, interview of those students. Yes, very short. All of them sounded the same. Basically, it's like they copy and pasted the same.
They read out the same script.
Right. And also what's concerning also is that all the witnesses they put into a room together so that they can get their story together on any crime. They always separate witnesses to get individual
isolated.
Right, stories. But these students were put in one room together to get their story together. All right, keep going.
Gabrielle said the coroner should have been called first for sure. That's crazy, right?
Correct. Jay, you want to read some? We believe that as well, Toya.
I'm trying to see where he left off at.
It's on the screen.
Oh, well, Susan Green said, why did that person climb on that mat?
Well, that's because they said that they were tired.
And she wanted to lay down.
Right.
They're about to go sleep on top of the mat.
Right.
Nah, I've never seen anybody do that before, but.
Right. But this is a different angle, but still in the angle that went towards the back. Well, the other day, Jean, she did point out where somebody in all black jumped on top of the mats. That was the other day. I think it was night before last. Go back and watch that live. It was very blurry, but we did see that image.
Yeah, I read that comment. We read that comment too.
Yep.
Lies they tell.
Toya said stop it, but she never said stop what.
Bridget said quick question.
Go ahead. My bad.
Okay.
I had my bad issues. It's confused.
Oh, it's all right, pal. All this stuff is confusing. That's why we're here to talk about it. No big deal.
Terrence say, what, really?
All right. And where am I at? Where'd I go?
We talked about that.
Yep.
Too many high profile people just so happen to be involved, Terrence said.
Yep.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be back.
If the body is not refrigerated, it could smell between 24 to 48 hours. I agree.
I have a question. Was the school's custodian ever questioned?
They were, according to the FBI reports, they were questioned, but they just told us what time that they cleaned the gym. They told us about the different practices. And guys, you know what? I still have not found the footage of the wrestling team practicing. And we saw the basketball team practicing tonight, January the 10th, warming up, and we saw the color guard. But I have no footage of the wrestling team yet. Where's that footage? Because according to the FBI report, the wrestling team, they practiced prior to the color guard.
Everything about what they did is wrong. We have seen and heard enough about a murder scene to know how they handled the situation. True.
I agree.
Charlotte say lies on top of lies on top of lies. I don't understand why they thought anyone would believe he fell into a vat. I don't know. That's crazy. Like, out of all things, that was the only thing they could possibly come up with.
Right. I agree.
Okay. That was my question too.
Toya says because it's videos on top of videos. What do you mean by that, dear? Videos on? You mean that you're saying that they put video footage on top of more video footage? I mean, that's possible.
We don't hurt that too.
Yep, that's highly possible, for sure.
Ever say it would be easier to took the mat than to climb in it. This store never held water from day one.
Right.
I think that I think they were saying that it was a whole bunch of other mats, so he couldn't just pull it down because the other mat was in the way, so he climbed up there to do it. I don't know, man, all types of crazy.
They said that, but
that still wouldn't have made sense.
We don't go into no mats head first trying to reach for no shoes, especially if you already got gym shoes on your feet. No.
First
I'm back, y'all.
First of all, if that was the case, if that was the case, how was he able? Why? Well, why would he throw the shoes in the furthest way? Where the mat, where he couldn't be able to get him out of it. He would have put it. He would have tossed him at the front, one of the ones in the front, so then he could easily put it down and get it from the bottom.
And then there's the body discovery position discrepancy, right? The other day, we heard it was a Caucasian lady on the Student Editions podcast that said that the girls that discovered KJ said that they looked down and they saw hair and they thought it was snakes, which is what made them look into the mat, because they thought that they saw snakes. Okay, so how did his hair, if he fell down into the mat, how was his hair protruding from under the mat?
How was that the first thing they see?
Right.
His hair. How if he went head first in the mat?
They saw them socks first. That's what they saw.
How to do socks look like snakes?
Right.
Well, they was talking about, the body discovery is all over the place, right? They got so many different stories. Beth says, were there ever a witness saying they saw him climb in the mat? Nope.
Not one.
How did the custodian not discover a smell? I would have been neurotically cleaning that gym like a MF. I know, right, Kat? Make it make sense, man. Go ahead.
Okay, I remember when this came on the news and I said there's no way he died in that mat first time ever heard of anything like that because it's not possible.
I agree.
And it's crazy, the people that said it was an accident, they say there was a freak accident.
Right.
Because it never happened before. This is something that has never ever happened before, ever.
And it still ain't happened before. Period. It still ain't never happened.
Because how are they still saying it's a freak accident and they're actively investigating the case?
Truth ain't know why they saying they actively investigate the case. They don't want to release them 17 boxes.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the case stays open, this is how they hold files hostages and hold evidence hostage. They'll keep a case open. So if it's kept open, the family or no one can be able to get those files because it's open. They're not investigating nothing. They are just holding the evidence hostage. That is a game that they play. They playing that game right now with the Darren Seals case. Darren Seals, the activist that was executed and burnt in his car in Ferguson, Missouri. Mm-hmm. Years ago. It was after KJ, but it was like 2018. Don't quote me, but yeah, I have a story about him on my channel. Same thing. No one can get nothing, no autopsies, no investigative files, or nothing because the case is still open. That's the game that they play. So I'm not celebrating the fact that they say that the case is open because they're not doing anything with the case. They're just holding the evidence hostage. Toya says, you can see some of the people are not moving at all. I was trying to get you to stop the video, but can't see the time frame. Oh, okay. Well, I posted all those videos on Facebook. Just leave me a comment and then we can go back the next live and we'll take a look at what you're trying to show us. Okay. Is that a deal, Toya? Let me know. And we can we investigate it all. Every angle. Absolutely. The KKK still exists everywhere, but apparently in Valdosta, they're just out, just popping ish. You feel me? I don't live in the South, so I don't know how it is. Kelsey said if they wrestled the night of the 10th, how did they see him when they unrolled and rolled up the mats? I'm not sure that I understand. If they wrestled the night of the 10th, how did they not see him when they unrolled and rolled up the mats? Yeah.
The wrestling match, it was Kelsey. It was in the tournament was in Macon, so it wasn't at the gym at the school.
It was a practice for the allegedly. I haven't found that evidence yet for the students that did not make the cut in the tournament that stayed behind. Allegedly, that according to the FBI report, there was a wrestling, not a match, but practice at about 5:30 p.m. on the 10th. Hey, Nicole.
I wonder, did it actually happen in the wrestling room in the backside of the gym?
Could. Nobody, Avery, especially not us. We're not going into no danger like that. And that this is no shade to Caucasian or any other races. I am just telling you the mindset of African Americans. We're not doing it. We're not that adventurous. We're gonna be like, F them shoes. If I can't move the mat, oh well, I'll sit out. Right?
Right.
Yes, yes. All right, so let's get J-Nan made a good point. Why would you throw your shoes somewhere they would be difficult to get? He didn't throw his shoes back there. They're lying. Gary says because he never climbed in the mat. Amen. All right, guys. Gary said, Leah, you all did say some were just sitting there. They were in no hurry to get out. Correct.
Did you read Bridges? I think you skipped it.
I didn't skip Bridges.
Oh.
I might have. Let me go back and get Bridges. I was trying to this one right here.
Yeah, did you read that one?
Go ahead and read it. I thought we did.
If Kendrick was stuck in the mat, then how did he have wiggle room to kick his shoes off and the shoes ended up behind his waist area? It's not like he could have reached behind himself and put them down. Man, I'm saying.
Clock that T, Bridget, because how? Right?
Yes, honey.
Oh, Lord. These sound bites are diabolical, okay?
Hey, man, where y'all get those from? I want to do some of them.
I don't have one. Oh, you talking about your StreamYard does come with it.
I know that I'm trying to see what it is.
I'll show you all that, but we ain't going to show you right now. We're about to go to this deposition, okay? All right, guys. It is deposition time. Now, let me make a disclaimer. We are reading this deposition because it is a part of the investigative file. We're not trying to drag anyone but the daggone attorney that was representing the Johnsons. That's who I'm dragging when it comes to this. So we got Kai reading the questions from the attorney. And I believe that this is the attorney from the Bells. And we have J9. He is going to read Mr. Johnson's portion or the answers to the questions. Okay. So let's get there. Stop. Oop, I had already had it up. Don't know why I stopped it. I'm gonna go up a little bit. So, are you guys able to see that?
I can see it.
You know, okay.
I don't know exactly where we left off, but let's just start mid-page. Let's start at number 8. Well, let's start at number 7. Whenever you're ready.
Did we start here?
We probably did. No, I didn't switch the page. I just went up a little bit to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you ready, Jess?
Let's get it.
All right. Okay. Did you take him straight home?
Well, we started home. I think we read it, but he started telling me what happened. I turned around and went back to looking for the coaches. Yeah, we read this, Auntie.
Yeah, we read it.
I understand.
We're gonna keep on going. All right. I turned around, went back looking for the coaches. I couldn't find no coaches. I walked throughout the field house. I couldn't find Coach McPherson, McDarius, or any of those.
So let me give you a little back. I think that this is the part where Mr. Johnson and the attorney, he asked about the fight on the bus. Is that what it is? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is Mr. Johnson's reaction after the fight on the bus between Kendrick Johnson and Brian Bell. I just wanted to, give a little bit of substance to what you guys are reading. So keep going.
Okay, so then I went on back home. Then I told my wife what happened. And she called McPherson, McDarius, or one of them. But he wasn't sure who she called.
The first or the following week?
No, she called them that night.
Okay, well, when did she get in touch with them?
That night.
And tell me about that conversation.
She asked them what happened.
And what was she told that if you know?
He said that my understanding, he told her that it was, or he, as a matter of fact, she did talk to McDarius, and then he told her it was Coach McPherson called to have him to ride back home in the police car.
Okay. Did Coach McDarius say anything about what happened on the bus?
No.
Okay. He just said that, I'm sorry, did she speak to Coach McDarius or Coach McPherson?
I think it was
Coach Mac, as they call him?
Coach, something like that. I don't know. It's been so long ago, I can't recall exactly who she talked to.
Was it a high school coach or the JV coach she spoke to?
You have to ask her that. I don't know.
Okay, all right. And did KJ tell you that he rode home with the school resource officer?
Yes.
Her name was Shirley, I think.
Whatever, the black lady.
Can't remember her last name?
Whatever, the black lady.
Yeah, okay. Did he tell you that he rode in the front with her
Yes,
on the way back?
he did.
Did he say that he had a pleasant drive back with her?
No,
Is that right? Why not?
because he didn't like riding in the police car.
Okay. Did he object to riding in the police car?
I don't know did he object, but he was told to get in the police car and he did what he was told.
And how else was he going to get home if he hadn't gotten a ride with the school resource officer?
Easily, we had family members in Atlanta. As a matter of fact, I was coming out of Atlanta. He could have called me. I mean, a simple phone call. They could have called me or my wife. Just a simple phone call, and we could have made arrangements.
Could you have attended the game that night?
Well, I'm going to say I can. I'm going to say I didn't want to go to the game.
Why is that?
I never been a firm team player of Lowndes. Never been.
Did Mr. Freeman, I guess who is Mr. Freeman, Auntie?
I don't know. No, he said, did Mr. Freeman? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the answer. Could you repeat that?
That's Mr. Freeman saying, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the answer.
Well,
and then there's a witness in the courtroom that said, I've never been a firm team. So they answering what Mr. Johnson just said. The witness said, I've never been a firm team player of Lowndes. I never have, never been. And then Mr. Latson is now back talking.
So Mr. Freeman could have been an attorney or the reporter, the court reporter that's typing.
Gotcha.
Or it could have been an attorney. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. Were you
So the witness is repeating what Mr. Johnson said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Were you not a fan of Lowndes High football when your son played there?
Every time I went to a game, I went for my son. I never liked it in Lowndes.
Why?
I just didn't. I never did.
There has to be a reason.
I just never did like Lowndes.
Why?
It ain't got it. Hey, you cannot like me. You can see me, don't like me. I just didn't like Lowndes. I always liked the Valdosta. I never liked the Lowndes.
Oh, you were a fan of Valdosta High?
Yes.
Is that where you went to school?
Yes.
I see. You don't contend that the Bell family had anything to do with Kendrick riding back with the school resource officer that night, do you?
Repeat that question.
You don't think that the Bell family had anything to do with the fact that Kendrick had to ride home with the school resource officer from that game, do you?
Well, I'm going to put this all on solidarity of the school. The coaches, they make that call.
He used the big word.
Huh?
He used the big word, solidarity. Okay.
I know. I see. They make that call, and those who the ones I'm blaming. The reason why he rode in the police car, I'm shocked too.
Okay. Now, you made a statement as that we have here. I want to tell me whether or not it's true. To Atlanta CBS Local on October 11, 2013 about that fight. And this is what I understood you said, and I want you to tell me if it's right. They start saying mama jokes, and my son get the best of him with the jokes. And he came at them and tried to put him in headlock. And my son got away from him, and he put it to him real good.
No, that's not true.
That's not true?
That's not true.
And
some of that's true. But there I say he put it to him real good. That is not true.
Okay, well, that's a quote that I'm giving you, but all right. Do you also remember telling the Daily Mail on a November 4th, 2013 interview words to that same effect?
No, that is not true. I never said that Kendrick put it to him good.
You never said that, and I quote, KJ was the first person to whoop Brian Bell.
No, I didn't.
Did you ever say to anybody that Brian Bell was a bully?
Did I say it to anybody? No.
Yes, sir.
Nobody but to you all.
Okay, what do you mean to you all?
I've been saying it here today that my son told me he was a bully.
Okay, did you ever tell anybody else that?
Not that I can recall.
Okay, but you have put that in the allegations in some of these lawsuits, haven't you?
Not that I can recall.
Okay, well, the allegation, one of the suits against the school alleges that Kendrick was bullied. Isn't that right?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, who was he bullied by?
He was bullied by someone. He ended up dead inside of the schoolhouse, so he was bullied by someone.
Well, I'm not.
And the only person that he had a run in with was with Brian, with the Bells.
Did your son ever tell you that he was bullied by Brian Bell?
My son told me on numerous occasions that he can be different parts of the school. They always be Brian or his brother standing in the corner watching him. He also told me that Brandon Bell was going around telling students that it was not over.
When did he tell you that?
On many occasions before. He told me this before he passed.
Well, when was that remark made?
I can't recall this time, but I know it.
Was it shortly after the fight on the bus?
Yes.
So why would he bring it up again shortly before he died?
Well, because like I said again, that he say he can be standing up somewhere in the school, different parts of the school, and he can feel someone looking at him. And he said if he turned around, he'll always see Brian or Brandon standing in the corner just watching him.
You don't know that he and Brian spent time together in a friendly manner doing things that they wanted to do together?
No.
You know that positively to be untrue?
I never known that.
Did your son say that he disliked Brian Bell?
Many times.
Okay. Did he make that remark in front of any other witness than you?
I don't know what he done, but I know what he told me.
Was anybody else present when he allegedly said that?
When Kendrick, no, I'm going to say no.
Okay. All right. Now, again, I want to ask you, who was it that bullied him at the high school that, as you allege in your suit against the school?
I can't recall this time.
Okay. Was it Brian Bell?
I can't recall it this time.
Okay. You have made statements to the media on many occasions that KJ won the fight on the bus, right?
From what I was told.
Okay. Did KJ tell you that Brian Bell instigated the fight?
Yes, he did.
Who broke up the fight?
The coach. I heard the coaches on the bus ran to the back.
Okay. Were any blows exchanged in this altercation?
I heard there was.
Okay. And were these blows landed by your son on Brian Bell?
The first blows that were thrown by Brian Bell, and he held in the WSB TV. Brian Bell even stated that he started the fight.
I'm asking what you recall, not what Brian Bell said, but
well, I'm going to tell you. You asked me was any blow thrown. I'm telling you about the blows thrown.
Is your only source of that what you say Brian Bell said to a media outlet?
No, what I said. Not what I said, but what he said.
Well, anyway, I disagree with you with that.
Well.
But at any rate, first you told me that Brian Bell tried to put Kendrick in a headlock. Is that right?
Well, first thing that happened, Kendrick told me that Brian Bell hit him in the back of the head, and Kendrick and grabbed him and put him in the headlock. That is correct.
Then what happened?
He said he wiggled out of the headlock, and he beat Brian up.
Okay, so he did win the fight.
I wasn't there. I can't tell you that.
Okay. Did Kendrick tell you that he was blamed for starting the fight?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Who blamed him?
The coaches.
All right. Did he go out for spring football in 2012?
Yes, he did.
And did he finish spring football?
No,
Why not?
because before he walked off the field, he called me and told me what was going on. Say the coaches was picking on him. Coach McDarius was picking on him, throwing the ball to him hard, any kind of way. He dropped the ball on a catch over pass, and Coach Medeiros, will make him run. And he said he was tired of all the harassment. He said, "Dad, I'm going to quit." I said, "Son, you do whatever you feel that you need to do."
He definitely could recall that. I thought Coach McDarius was a JV coach, wasn't he?
Well, he was out there. I'm just telling you what my son told me.
Okay. He told you Coach McDarius was harassing me.
Coach Medeiros was one, but I knew it was Coach Medeiros is the one. The one is the one who was giving him such a hard time that I know for a fact.
And that's the reason why he quit
Yes,
spring practice. And why didn't he play football that fall
because
with the varsity football
he
team?
went to come back, but they said since he walked off the field, they were not going to let him come back that year.
Who told him that?
I think Coach McPherson.
Coach Medeiros?
Coach McPherson or Coach Medeiros, one of them.
Okay.
I know that's the reason why he didn't play.
Okay, now, right before he died, he was given permission to go back out for football, wasn't he?
Right.
How did you hear that?
By Kendrick.
Kendrick tell you that?
Yeah.
When did he tell you that?
It was sometime before he died. I can't recall the exact time.
Was this before he went back to school the week that he died?
I can't recall it this time.
Okay, well, now, during the week that he went back to school, it was my understanding he had only been in school a couple of days, right?
Yeah.
All right. Did he talk to you during that time frame?
Not about school, but I have talked to him. He have called me on the phone or something like that.
Okay. You mentioned the one call because you were out of town, right?
Yeah.
Did he talk to you any other time?
Yeah. Kendrick normally called me once a day. Once he get out of school, he'll make a way to call me.
All right. So when did he tell you that he was going back out for football?
Hold on. I can't recall exactly when he told me. I can't recall.
Was it that week that he died or prior to that?
I can't remember.
Okay, well, did he tell you why it is that the coaches made the decision to let him come back out for football?
I don't know. I know they probably made a decision for him to let him come back out. He was a great player.
Okay, well, if he was such a great player, why didn't they let him play that pass in the fall of 2012?
That's a question you have to ask them.
It's a question. You're right. Did you ever go to any member of the Valdosta High or middle school football program and ask them why Kendrick didn't finish spring football?
No.
Okay. After the bus incident, your wife went up to the school.
Mr. Turner said Bryce.
To complain?
Mr. Turner said, a point of clarification. You said Valdosta.
Did I say Valdosta? What did I say?
You said Valdosta.
I'm sorry.
Again, I don't know if...
I'm trying to remember what's the question.
The question was, did you go talk to anybody?
Okay.
At Valdosta High.
All right.
About him.
All right.
Not coming back.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
After the bus incident, did you go to anyone at Lowndes High to complain about that incident?
Jay. No.
Your wife did that, right?
Yes.
Did you know that before she went up there that the coaches had decided that neither of the students would be suspended?
Jay, are you still reading, nephew? He walked away, didn't he?
Yeah, because I don't see him in the camera.
Okay. Read that again.
You gotta scroll up. Did you know that before she went up there that the coaches had decided that neither of the students would be suspended?
No, I didn't know that. But it wasn't about who was going to get suspended. It was about that Kendrick was in a fight. Kendrick did not cause a fight, and Kendrick would end up being suspended or something that he did not cause.
Well, he wasn't going to be suspended before your wife went up and complained about him not riding back, about him riding back in a police car from the game, right?
Still yet, it wasn't about that. He was going to be suspended, or he wasn't going to, be suspended. It was the fact that Kendrick was put in a police car or something he did not cause. I was glad that she went up there, and I encouraged her to go to that schoolhouse to do that, because it's about that my son was put in a situation that he wasn't even the problem of the situation.
According to what he told you.
According to what? No, according to what happened and recording. According to all the reports, you got a camera on the bus that they denied us to see. We wanted to know and see what happened on that bus that night. We was denied to see the videotape of everything that happened. Kendrick came home and told me that they came straight to him. They did not say anything to Brian. They came straight to him. And we wanted to see what happened on that bus.
Who came to him?
The coaches on the bus. He said they came fussing at him. They didn't say nothing to Brian. So me and my wife wanted to see what happened on that bus. Why were we denied to see the video of what happened on the bus? If my son complained about different problems on the bus, why are we are the parents. We should know what happened. They should have let us see what happened on that tape. Then we'd have a better understanding of what took place on that bus that day.
All right. Now, when did they come to Kendrick? When are you talking about? On the bus?
On the bus.
That night?
Kendrick said when the fight happened on the bus, when the coaches ran to the back of the bus where him and Brian was into an altercation with, he said they did not say anything to Brian. They came straight to him and was giving him the blues.
All right. So they took a recess.
Yep. Miss Johnson not present in the deposition room. So they took a recess. Miss Johnson is not present right now. The video started again. Mr. Connor said, so is the potential news you're going or not going? Or can you tell us? Mr. King said, no, I'm going. But, the situation could change. Mr. Connor says, okay. Mr. King said, now, guys, Mr. King is the Johnson's attorney. Mr. King says, but I can't. There's no way I can tell you it is or it isn't, but at least I have something to work with. And the videographer says, back on the record, Mr. Lassie says,
You ready?
Go ahead.
Mr. Johnson, I have to ask you this. I've just been asking you about something that happened in November of 2011.
Uh-huh.
And you seem to have a very vivid recollection of what your son told you at that time, right?
Go ahead, Jay. You back?
Yeah. I had to plug the joker up.
Number 3.
Uh-huh.
Yet I also asked you about the lawsuit that you, your attorney, and you filed.
Uh-huh.
In January of 2015, which contains an allegation that your son was lured to his death by a white female. And you can't tell me you don't remember anything about where that allegation came from, what facts exist to support it.
I can't recall it this time. This is crazy, bro.
Why is it that you can't recall that matter, which is based upon something that happened in January of 2015, and you have a vivid recollection of what happened 4 years before that?
I can't recall it this time.
You have no explanation for that?
I can't recall it this time.
Okay, all right. Do you know anything about what happened? Strike that. Do you know anything about what classes Kendrick attended on the day that he disappeared?
No, I don't.
Let me ask you this. Did you make any statement to anyone that Brian and or Brandon Bell were responsible for the death of your son prior to 2014?
I can't recall it this time.
Have you discussed with anyone at any time the fact that your private investigator came up with a list of 5 suspects of your son's, of persons who could have been involved in your son's death?
I can't recall it this time.
Okay.
5 suspects. Go ahead.
In the Ebony articles about your the investigation into your son's death, the claim is made by Mr. Rosen that Brian and Brandon Bell in fact spoke to the Lowndes County Sheriff's deputies about their relationship with your son Kendrick. Are you,
Mr. King said,
okay, aware of?
Mr. King, we're going to object.
May I finish my questions, please, sir? As I said in the Ebony articles, there's a statement by Mr. Rosen that Lowndes County Sheriff's deputies in fact interviewed the Bell brothers about Kendrick Johnson. Do you have an understanding as to whether that in fact took place or not?
Mr. King said, okay, we're going to object as to the form of that question in the same sense that if Mr. Rosen used names other than Brian and Brandon Bell in the article that you just made reference to, then that would be a misstatement of fact. Now, if you want to ask my client whether he made something the equivalent of, but using the names of the people, Clark and whomever it was that he was using as synonyms, if you want to ask him that, then fine, but not as
okay
it's currently structured. So basically what Mr. King is saying is in the Ebony article, Mr. Rosen did not call Brian and Brandon Bell by their names. He used different names. So he's objecting to the fact that their attorney is using Brian and Bell Brandon's name as he should have. He should have objected to that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this. I think I could forget without reference to the Emmy articles. Is it your understanding that Lowndes County Sheriff's personnel interviewed Brian and Brandon Bell about your son's death?
Repeat that question again now.
Is it your understanding that Lowndes County Sheriff deputies in fact interviewed Brian and Brandon Bell about your son's death?
No.
That did not happen as you understand it?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
I haven't seen a statement saying that.
Is it your understanding that Brian and or Brandon Bell were suspects in your son's death during the Lowndes County Sheriff's investigation in your son's death?
No.
Okay. Is it your belief that KJ had a relationship with Brian Bell's girlfriend at any time?
Not that I can recall at this time.
Okay. Not that you can positively say?
That's right.
Do you have any information in that regard?
No.
Do you know of anyone else that he has told anything about that?
Not that I can recall.
In the Go up.
What did I do?
Scroll up, son. You scroll too bad.
I'm sorry.
In the interrogatory answers, there's a suggestion that Kenyatta may know something about that.
Go on. You can go on now, Auntie. I can't answer that question for Kenyatta.
Have you talked to Kenyatta about that?
Not that I can recall.
If you've already answered this, that's fine. I apologize for asking you again. But did you authorize Bo Webster to provide Mr. Rosen with the results of his investigation into your son's death?
No.
Did Mr. Webster ask you for permission to do that?
No.
When did you first learn that he had done that? Ms. King said, done what? Now, given information regarding his investigation into Kendrick's death to Fred Rosen.
I can't recall.
Did you authorize Mr. Webster to turn his investigative reports in this case over to Mr. Michael Moore?
No.
Okay, wait a minute. Michael Moore is the U.S. attorney that oversaw the Department of Justice investigation.
Okay. All right. We're going to need to refer to the amended complaint in this case. I'm going to hand you a copy of the plaintiff's amended complaint pursuant to order requiring more definite statement of August 10, 2015. And at the bottom, plaintiff's second amended complaint pursuant to order requiring more definite statement dated August 14, 2015. Okay.
Okay. Mr. Melnick says, what is the number?
Excuse me?
Exhibit number.
It's not an exhibit.
Okay.
Those are pleadings. Let's go to paragraph 43 of that complaint. My pages are out of order. Just a moment. Okay. Paragraph 43 of the amended complaint that I just gave you states, at some point during the afternoon of January 10, 2015, plaintiff's descendant failed to attend the balance of his scheduled classes. Is that correct? Jay?
Yes.
Okay, and based upon what we know, Kendrick attended his classes through the end of third block that day.
Yes, sir.
Is that right? Okay, now paragraph 44 states, upon information and belief, plaintiff's descendant enter into, that being Kendrick, enter into an area upon the Lowndes High School campus where, after being induced by a fellow female student, defendant Jane Doe 1, to go to said location, he was encountered by defendant Brandon Bell and defendant Brian Bell, and both of whom were fellow male students at said high school, period. Did you provide the information to your attorney upon which that allegation is based?
Yes.
Okay, where is it that Kendrick encountered Brandon and Brian Bell after being lured to that location?
I don't know at this time.
Okay, did you ever know where that
I can't recall.
took place?
I can't recall at this time.
You have seen the copy of the video from the Lowndes High surveillance system that has been provided to your attorney in this case, have you not?
Yes.
That video shows your son entering the Lowndes High old gym just after 1 p.m. on that day of January 10, 2013, correct?
Correct.
Do you have any reason to doubt that video?
Yes, because we don't know we don't know what part of the day that took.
Right.
Timestamps was not on there. So we don't know exactly what day that was, what time of the day that was. That could have been any time. He could have came in there through numerous of times. He could have came through there. We don't know.
Well, it is timestamp 1:09 p.m., isn't that right?
So what was they? Classes wasn't even out at 1:09. That is the problem. I'm glad you asked that question. Classes wasn't out at 1:09, so why would all those kids be in the hall, come through the hall at 1:09 when, and indeed, the third block still was in session at 1:09? So why was that? Why would that traffic be flowing at the time?
Good question. That was a
good question.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Johnson. Come on now.
I see you fighting.
Fight back. All right.
Come Mr. Last a bit on his ass. We will agree with you that it appears as though the timestamp was off slightly. But the point I'm asking you is this. Do you have any reason to doubt the fact that your son Kendrick left his third block class and entered the old gym after that time?
I got believe that it happened, yes.
You have reason to disbelieve that?
I believe that he left the third block class and going in that direction. But I don't believe that, I can't believe that particular video because the timestamp was not there.
Okay, well, do you have any information to tell us where else your son might have gone other than the old gym?
I can't recall this time.
You don't have any information, do you?
I can't recall this time.
Let me finish my question. You don't have any information that he went anywhere else, do you, Mr. Johnson?
I can't recall this time.
Okay. Did your son tell you that he did not have a locker at the high school?
Yes.
Did he tell you that he kept a pair of tennis shoes at the high school?
No, he didn't tell me he kept.
Did you know that he used more than one pair of tennis shoes when he was at school?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so where did you understand that he kept these shoes?
I never asked him.
You said you're familiar with the Lowndes County Sheriff's Report, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Know a young man named Justin Williams?
No.
He's not a friend that your son had anything to do with?
Not that I can recall. I don't know him.
So do you know anything about the fact that your son shared tennis shoes with Justin Williams?
That was hard to believe because Kendrick didn't like to share his shoes. He didn't like wearing other people's stuff.
Mm.
So I know he wasn't going to just be letting people wear his stuff. I don't believe that.
In fact, he not only shared shoes with Justin Williams, but he shared them with another student as well.
I really don't believe that.
Okay. You don't believe that your son didn't tell you he didn't share his shoes?
Kendrick?
Did he?
Kendrick was picky. I don't believe that.
So you disbelieve those witnesses just like you disbelieve the sheriff?
That's right.
Okay, all right. Do you deny that at some point on the afternoon of January 10, 2013, your son entered the old gym at Lowndes High?
I'm pretty sure he entered the gym.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
And is it your understanding that he exited the gym alive?
No.
Okay. Is it your belief that your son died in the old gym?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Do you understand that the servers at Lowndes High that contain the data from the surveillance cameras at the school, including the surveillance cameras covering the entrances and exits to the old gym, were turned over to the Federal Bureau of Investigation in late 2013?
Sometime, I can't recall exactly when, but I'm pretty sure they was.
Okay. And if those servers had been examined by the Federal Bureau of Investigation and there are no gaps found in any of the video on those servers, you would have no doubt, no reason to doubt the accuracy of what's in that video, would you?
I would not believe any video until we had our experts to examine them.
Okay. In other words, you wouldn't believe the FBI.
Oh, I would believe the Justice Department, the local. I'm going to say this. I wouldn't believe the local FBI. No.
I'm talking.
Mr. Freeman, I'm sorry. Could he speak up, or Chevin? I can't see him.
He said he wouldn't believe the local FBI.
Mr. Freeman, okay, thank you.
Would you believe the FBI examiners? Would you believe the FBI examiners in Quantico, Virginia?
Yes.
Okay. And if the video as examined by those investigators show that your son entered the old gym at Lowndes High shortly, right around 1:30 p.m. on January 10, 2013, would you believe that?
I would believe whatever evidence that the Justice Department would provide to us.
I asked you about if the FBI preferred that to be true. From their examination of the surveillance system, would you believe that?
I would believe whatever the Justice Department provide with us.
Well,
wait a minute. So right now, Mr. Johnson is expressing his disdain and his distrust in the FBI because Brian and Brandon Bell's father, Rick Bell, was in the FBI. So I can understand why he does not trust them. All right, we keep going. I'm sorry. I just wanted to explain that.
Yes, ma'am. Well, what if the Justice Department doesn't do any examination, but the FBI did?
Well, I'm pretty sure they're doing some examination. I'm pretty sure they are.
Okay. Tell me what you know about that.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, well, the FBI has done that examination, haven't they?
Well, I can't recall because I don't know.
Okay. Can I see exhibits 16 and 17? I'm going to show you exhibits. Let's see. 16 and 17 and ask if you recognize the shoes.
Yes, I do.
In those photographs, and this is a discussion ensue off the record, so whatever they talking about right now, I can't go against neither one of them. Are those shoes that belong to your son?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Are the ones, the white shoes, the white and orange shoes, what they call white Griffins?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And are the black and white shoes known as black Adidas?
Yes, they are.
Okay. All right. One moment. Let me ask you this. Returning to the video for a minute, has anyone other than your attorney suggested to you that the surveillance footage from Lowndes High has been tampered with?
No, but I can use my own judgment.
You believe it has been?
I believe it has been.
Who has told you that?
I'm using my own judgment. The block phase, it's not been there. You know, tape blurry, some, they don't show sometimes. When the investigation going on, none of that shows. I mean, I'm using my own judgment.
Have you ever used any motion sensor equipment?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Do you understand that the camera system at the high school was a motion sensor system?
Yes.
So that there's not a consistent, steady stream of video on that system.
Well, why wasn't it then?
Because it's motion operated, so it only comes into view when someone walks within a certain distance of the camera.
I'm glad you said that. Because from what we understand, it wasn't but two people inside the gym kind of find out that's not true. It was a gym full of kids. So why wasn't that camera steady going?
Mm.
You got good question, buddy.
That's
You got kids playing under the basketball at the basketball goal when you first walk in the door. You got kids all in the gym. You got kids walking all down the side. So why did the camera stop when you got gym for the kids? Why did it stop?
good question.
It's a good question, point, Mr. Johnson. Well, I'm only, what the camera says, what the camera says.
Yes,
And what I'm
that's right.
just saying is that explains why that there are blurry images and images that are not constantly fluid from one frame to the next.
They don't explain it at all. That's a lie.
No, that's crazy. But
Yeah.
Okay.
it should have been where you got kids. It could have shown kids going all the way across because you got kids all throughout the gym playing. So the camera shouldn't have never stopped. The camera.
Man, I agree with that.
You took, the camera should have kept clicking. If Kendrick walking in a straight line, you got a camera pointing at Kendrick while he walking in a straight line. The camera should have kept flicking because you got kids all throughout that gym. That's fact.
Right.
Well, you don't have kids throughout the gym.
Yes, you do.
Through that entire time period prior to the time he disappeared, isn't that right?
Say that again.
I said you don't have kids in that gym the entire time from the time he enters the door until he disappears. Isn't that right?
From the video we seen, there's kids inside the gym. They say it wasn't no kids in there, but turned out to be just kids inside the gym.
Okay. The video shows what the video shows.
Yeah.
And I suppose
that's why.
That's where we'll leave it. Okay? In paragraph 44 of the amended complaint, again, the statement is made that Kendrick was lured into an area of the Lowndes High School campus where, after being induced by a fellow student, he encountered Brandon and Brian Bell. When did that happen? What time of day?
I can't recall this time.
Did you ever know when it happened?
I can't recall this time.
I'm not asking you whether you know at this time. I'm asking you whether you ever knew that time.
I can't recall this time.
So you never knew that time?
I can't recall this time.
Mr. Johnson, do you understand I'm asking a different question each time? You're just making the same answer.
I'm understanding you, and I can't recall.
All right. I'm not asking whether you can recall now. I'm asking you whether you ever knew the answer to that question.
It's crazy. I can't recall.
All right. Paragraph 45 states, upon information and belief, when plaintiff's descendant arrived at the aforementioned location, he was violently assaulted by persons including but not limited to defendants Brandon Bell, Brian Bell, and Ryan Hall, and in the course thereof suffered a fatal injury which led to his death, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the allegations in your complaint.
That what's there?
All right. Now, we both agreed that Kendrick's death took place in the old gym, correct?
I want to say, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. And at the beginning when it was saying that in their alleged lawsuit, because a lot of this is what they asking them about in the lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
It said that he was lured somewhere else outside of the gym, but then now he asked him to take place in the gym, and he's saying yeah. So it's like it's a bunch of contradictions.
Okay.
Y'all see that? I just caught on to that.
Say that one more time.
It's a lot of contradicting. Like the questions he's asking now and what was in the lawsuit is totally different. Because in the lawsuit, they stated that KJ was lured. KJ was lured in the area, outside of the gym. But then he asking him now, did Kendrick death take place in the gym? And now he's saying yes, but when they filed the lawsuit, it wasn't that he died in the gym.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Trick question. That's what attorneys do.
Yeah,
they try to trick. They switch it up and they try to make you say something different so they can have an aha moment. But you said this.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to say that I just wish that the Johnsons had better representation. Because a lot of the questions should have been objected to, in my opinion.
Most definitely.
Two, he should have prepped him. He should have requested, the questions ahead of time or whatever. And I don't know if he would have got them or not, but prepped him. Prepping him or telling the Johnsons to say, I don't recall, it just made no sense to me at all. And they are eating that up. I mean, you see where he stopped and said, are you paying attention to me? Are you, you just keep saying, I don't recall. I'm asking you a different question. And apparently Mr. Cheyenne King just told Mr. Johnson just to say, I don't recall.
Yeah, because you saw Mr. Johnson, he said, I understand, but I'm telling you, I don't recall. So Mr. Johnson was very aware of what was going on.
Right.
Like Theo, who was it? Like Terrence Lunker said, let me say what Mr. Johnson couldn't say during this to the lawyer. Fuck you.
Right. Exactly. Crazy work, right? So we got about 8 more minutes reading this deposition, and then we're going to end the live, and then we're going to restart the live and go to Kick for those who are a part of the Kick. And we're not going to stay on Kick long because we have to work tomorrow. Yeah. So, all right. Let's just read a little bit more, and then we're going to end it, and then start right back.
Where we at right now?
Go back to the question number 9.
Okay.
All right. Paragraph 45 states, upon information and belief, when plaintiff's descendant arrived at the aforementioned location, he was violently assaulted by persons, including but not limited to defendants Brandon Bell, Brian Bell, and Ryan Hall, and in the course thereof suffered a fatal injury which led to his death, right? Those are the allegations in your complaint?
Yes. What's there?
All right. Now, we both agreed that Kendrick's death took place in the old gym, correct?
Yes.
So this assault that you have alleged in the complaint occurred in the old gym, is that right? Okay. Did it occur anywhere else?
No.
Okay. Now, who else? Well, first of all, what information do you have at all to support the idea that Brandon Bell or Brian Bell ever went into the old gym that day?
I don't have any at this time. It's diabolical.
In fact, as we talked about yesterday, the Lowndes County High School records show that he was present for and not tardy in his 3rd and 4th block class that day. Isn't that correct?
Well, the record doesn't mean anything.
Excuse me?
I know that's right.
A record doesn't mean anything.
Do you believe the records have been falsified?
You can make a piece of paper and say anything. That's fact.
I'm asking you a question, yes or no. Do you believe the records were falsified, sir?
They could have been.
You think they were?
They could have been.
Okay. And you think that Ryan Hall's, likewise, his records for being present and not tardy in his 3rd and 4th block classes are also falsified?
They could have been.
And Brandon Bell, do you have any information that Brandon Bell was even on the Lowndes High campus at that time that your son entered the old gym after 3rd block on January 10, 2013?
He could have been.
All right. And what information do you have that suggests that?
I don't have any at this time.
All right. There was a video I want to ask you about, the Clinton King video. Did you authorize your attorney, Javine King, to engage his brother, Clinton King, to make a YouTube video which suggests that the bus taking the Lowndes wrestling team to the state tournament on January 10, 2013 did not leave the high school campus until 4 p.m. that day?
No.
Did you know that was being done?
About the video?
Yes.
Yeah, I seen the video.
Yes, in fact, you participated in a press conference where your attorney presented that video to the media, isn't that right?
That's right.
So you knew it was being done, didn't you? You were there when it was presented to the media.
Yes, I was there.
Okay, and do you believe that to be true? Do you believe that to be correct?
Yeah.
That the bus did not leave until 4 p.m. that day?
Well, yes, I do, because of the document that we received.
Okay. And that document is a request form filled out by the bus driver 3 or 4 months, or by an official at the school 3 or 4 months prior to the event, right? Do you have any other information other than that document to suggest that the bus did not leave at 12:30 p.m., no later than 12:30 p.m., as numerous members of the Lowndes wrestling team have stated?
What they have stated, they left that morning at first. There's news articles that printed in the Boston Daily Times when it first happened that said that they left that morning. Then a while later, we come up with the video. It states that, hey, they left at 12:30. So there's a lot of conflict there.
And you disbelieve all the interviews of those Lowndes wrestling students in the Lowndes County Sheriff's Report, right?
Yes.
Because they work for the Sheriff Prime.
No, I just don't believe it.
You think all those deputies are lying when they wrote those reports?
I don't believe it.
Do you believe the students that gave those reports to the deputies were lying?
I don't believe those reports. I don't know what the students said. I just don't believe those reports. I don't know if those students wrote that or not.
All right. If the information from those students that were interviewed by the Lowndes sheriffs are in fact that they told the deputy sheriffs, do you still believe those reports are false?
I can't know if they're facts or not.
Excuse me?
I can't know that they're facts or not until I hear them say it with their own mouth.
Have you made any effort through your attorney to talk to any other members of the Lowndes wrestling team?
I don't want to talk to any other students. I leave it up to the Justice Department.
Don't you think when you file a lawsuit, sir, that you need to substantiate your allegations? Don't you believe that you should file a lawsuit based upon facts you believe to be true?
I don't want to approach no one's kids. I leave that up to the Justice Department.
All right. Your allegations in this case that Brandon Bell was responsible for the death of your son in part are based upon the fact that he was on the Lowndes High campus when your son died, correct?
No.
No.
I believe Brian and Brandon had a lot to do with my son's death.
What did they have to do with it?
I believe that they had a lot to do with my son's death.
Well, tell me.
The evidence that I have at this time, I do not have any at this time.
Okay. All right. All right. So this question says the evidence that I have at this time, answered. I don't have any at this time. I don't have any evidence that Brian and Brandon Bell basically caused my son's death. We're going to stop it right there, guys. I'm sorry to abruptly stop, but we have came.
That was a good read.
That was a good read.
That was getting deep.
It was getting deep. I appreciate the deposition readers. Shout out to the deposition readers. You guys did an amazing job.
Yes, honey.
Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. So guys, we are going to end this part of our live. We will restart another live. Probably going to take me about 10 to 15 minutes to set it up. So if you're on Kick, please come back and join the live. I will post a link or just go over to Kick right now and just wait. We will be live as soon as we can to show the photos. We appreciate every last one of you guys for being here. And we will resume the reading of the deposition tomorrow, I believe, is a good day to do it. It's going to be up to nephew. He be, sometimes, in and out. But anyway, we out of here. We love y'all. As always, we going out with our anthem.
No lie. We stand on facts.
Standing
10 toes on the truth.
Jay is coming through Jay speakers.
lie. We do pressure on them every time. Pressure, truth gang, never fall in line. No, I don't move out rumors, I verify first. If the story's shaky, I dissect every word. Cross-check facts, I don't play with assumptions. If it don't make sense, I'm pressing the button. Independent mind, I don't follow the crowd. If the truth get buried, I'm digging it out. They be talking loud, but they stand on nothing. I'm building a case while they building discussions. No bias in my lens, I don't lean left or right. If it's wrong, I'ma call it on sight. Every claim get tested, every angle review. We don't chase opinions, we align with the proof. Oh, no feelings in it, we won't prove. Standing 10 toes on the truth. Nope, we see through every lie. Pressure on them every time. Pressure, truth gang, never fall in line. No shortcuts taken, we follow the trail. Even if it led somewhere, people won't tell. I don't care who involved, I don't care who it hit. Truth don't pick sides, it expose what it is. Every detail matter, I'm zooming it in. From the start to the end, where the gaps where it been. If the timeline off, then the story collapse. And I'm bringing it up, I ain't letting it pass. We don't fold under pressure, we applied it instead. They be hoping we stop, we apply it again. 10 toes planted, we ain't moving for nothing. Truth gang solid, yeah, we stand on something. It don't matter where we go. It don't matter what it shows. We know truth ain't easy, but it's necessary. That's all. If it don't add up, we don't rock, don't ride. No feelings in it, we won't prove. Standing 10 toes on the truth. No cap, no spin, no disguise. Nope. We see through every lie. We do pressure on them every time. Pressure, truth gang. Yeah, we stand on truth.
Hey, I'm gonna drop the link to King, but it's gonna be on YouTube, guys. I'm gonna try to drop it on YouTube. I just dropped it in.
Truth gang. No lie.
All right. See y'all later. See y'all in a minute.
Yes, honey.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming. Please like, share, and subscribe. Come back again. Yeah. Now we are going. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for coming. See you next time. Thanks for kicking it.